Hello YouTube, Edmard here with another hot lap video for you. Today we're going to be doing obviously the McLaren P1 in Forza 5. Hopefully it's going to go well. This car I've found is slightly difficult to handle, especially when you've got traction control off like I have. But we're going to start taking it for a run now. Oop, forgot the clutch then. Well, basically, I've decided to do the P1. Oh, broke too late there. Decided to do the P1 today because I was pretty inspired by the last episode of Top Gear. There's one on tomorrow night, which is going to be the I think the hot lap they're going to show in tomorrow night's episode. Last week was just Jeremy taking it around the Spa, I think he took it around. So I think, like probably most people that got Forza 5, I did that myself. I went and took the P1 around Spa, decided to go and buy one and take it around Spa. And I realised this car's actually got 7 gears, but the 7th gear is really long. Oh, slight oversteer there. I might go into cockpit actually, just for a couple of laps, and then we'll go back into hood view for when I want to do a proper lap. But yeah, this car is mind-numbingly fast. It is incredible how fast this car is. And I remember the last car that really amazed me as to how fast it was the Pagani Hyuara on Forza 4. I've yet to get one on this game. It costs a lot of money on this game. It costs a lot of money in real life, but it does cost a lot of money. So as soon as I managed to pick up my February million credits from the Forza rewards system, then I can buy myself one. Yeah, I'm trying to just get a few smooth laps in here, just to show you what this car is like. I am using the clutch, even though I don't think this car has a clutch in real life. It's got the paddle shifters, as you can see. Oh! That was a bit close. Had to let off the gas there just to make sure it was kept under control. And sometimes here I don't feel like I actually need to blip the throttle as I'm downshifting. So I think the game sort of does it a bit for you, seeing as this car is a flappy paddle car, and also it's got a lot of torque, this car. So when you do blip the throttle, it really doesn't take much to send it all the way up to the top of the revs. See what sort of speeds we're getting here. Like 160 coming into that corner. So that is pretty quick for Laguna Seca, I have to say. Okay. I think next lap we're going to go for a hot lap. See just how quick this car is. Obviously we've not got tons of cars yet to compare it to, but a sort of a street legal modified Honda Civic is probably not going to beat it. I don't know if it's going to be majorly different, because what would really set this car apart from a normal street legal car would be the sheer speed that it has on the straights. I mean, it's got what, like 900 horsepower, 900 and something, which is ridiculous. And every car that's been made so far with that kind of horsepower has been just crazy to handle. You haven't been able to handle it. Like, let's take into account the Hennessy Venom. Like, that was amazingly grippy for what it is. I mean, you think about it, it's got like well over 1,000 horsepower. Let's go back into hood view here. Yeah, the Hennessy Venom has got well over 1,000 horsepower, and it's just impossible. Whoa! I have no idea what happened there. I think we caught some air. Oop. Assess the damage. Not much that we can see anyway. That was a bit crazy. Alright, so next lap we'll do a hot lap. But yeah, the Hennessy Venom, I'll get back to what I was talking about. The Hennessy Venom was ridiculous, to say the least. Extremely hard to handle, because it had a ridiculous amount of horsepower. But the main reason why they built that car was just to try and sort of get almost like a land speed record on the road. It was extremely fast acceleration, and for that they needed a fair amount of grip. But they had forward grip, but they kind of murdered the lateral grip of the car by just making it so ridiculous. Whereas this car, for the amount of horsepower it's got, it's so controllable. It's ridiculously controllable. Alright, let's see what we can do on this lap. I probably won't talk too much. It's probably what caused the crash earlier. Yeah, we get wheel spin coming over the hill there. Oh, we've gone wide. Alright. Well, that can't be the hot lap. Went totally wide. You've really got to use the transmission to slow you down in this car. Because it's got 7 gears, you can do that. You find yourself changing a lot more than you would a lot of other cars, because you sort of reach 5th a lot quicker because it's got 7 gears. But then 6th and 7th are quite long, so you don't find yourself reaching 7th for quite a while. I think you're going almost 200 miles an hour usually when you shift up into 7th. That's when you're really gunning it though, so I'm sure in 7th gear this car is probably fairly economical considering the power. Okay, let's see what we get. Now bear in mind the Honda Civic got about a 145. We're already smashing that by a lot. See there, I shifted down a lot quicker there than I did last time. Bit of oversteer coming out the corner. Got a nice wide entry into that one there. There's a bit of oversteer again coming out of there. Okay. That's a big traction zone there. If you can get the power down nice and early out of that corner, you get a nice run up to this corner. I love that corner there. You sort of get into the dip and you can really feel the grip of the car. Down through the gears, through the corkscrew. This left-hander here is a real test of the grip of the car. You don't realise you're going so fast in this car because it's just so manageable. But at the same time, completely and utterly mental. So we got a 129.4. Yeah, I'll see if I can give you a view of what's going on in the wing. See the wing coming up when you hit the brakes. Acts like an air brake. Now apparently the wing adjusts ever so slightly once you get over 140 miles an hour, which I don't think is actually happening in the game. But yeah, we completely smashed the Honda Civic's time, which was to be expected, but the Honda Civic was no slow coach. I mean, it was modified to have plenty of, you know, grunt. So yeah, that was the hot lap in the McLaren P1. Let me just see what time we got. We got 1:29.4, so that's the time for the McLaren P1. Next week I'm going to be doing the Pagani Hyuara, because that car was the fastest car previously that I've ever driven. So hopefully this car will live up to that and be able to beat it. But I don't know. So the Hyuara was a complete and utter beast. And this track doesn't have tons and tons of straights for the power difference to make much difference. The Hyuara's got about 700 horsepower, whereas this one's got 960, I believe, something like that. So, be interesting to see what the difference is between them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And while I, again, try and end the video... Oh no, I got the password wrong on my computer. I really need to figure out a better way of ending. I don't know. Anyway, 1:29.4 was the McLaren P1. Next week we'll see what the Hyuara can do. But for now,